There's a version of you that already exists, not in some fantasy future, not in your wildest dreams. Right now, today, there's a version of you who's confident, who's successful, who's living the life you think about at 2 a.m. when you can't sleep. And you want to know the only thing standing between you and that person? Fear. Not lack of talent, not lack of opportunity, not bad timing or bad luck, just fear. And today, I'm going to show you why the best version of yourself is literally on the other side of the thing you're really most afraid to do. The comfort zone prison. Let's talk about where you are right now. You're comfortable, safe. You've built this little zone where everything is predictable. You know what to expect. No surprises, no risks, no failures. Sounds nice, right? Except here's what nobody tells you about comfort. It's a slow death. Your comfort zone isn't protecting you. It's imprisoning you. Think about it. Every single thing you're proud of, every accomplishment, every moment where you felt truly alive, did any of that happen in your comfort zone? No, it happened when you took the leap. When you risked looking stupid. When you did the thing that terrified you. Your first day at that job, asking out that person you liked, starting your business, moving to a new city, having that difficult conversation. The magic didn't happen because you played it safe. It happened because you were brave enough to step into the unknown, but fear whispers lies. It tells you to wait, to prepare more, to make sure everything's perfect, to avoid the risk. And you listen, because fear is loud and convincing and feels like wisdom, but it's not wisdom, it's a cage. Fear is a compass. Fear's something that will change your perspective forever. Fear isn't your enemy. Fear is your compass. Whatever scares you most, that's the direction you need to go. Not because fear means danger, but because fear means growth. Fear means you're about to level up. Fear means you're standing at the edge of becoming someone new. You're scared to start that business? That's because becoming an entrepreneur requires a version of you that doesn't exist yet. You're scared to have that conversation? That's because being that honest, that vulnerable, requires a courage you haven't accessed yet. You're scared to pursue that dream? That's because living that life requires a confidence you're still building. Fear isn't stopping you from being who you are. Fear is showing you who you're about to become. The person on the other side of that fear, they're not scared anymore. Not because the fear disappeared, but because they walked through it. They proved to themselves that they could. And that's what's waiting for you. That's the upgrade. That's the next level. Cost of waiting. But let me tell you what happens if you don't move. If you keep waiting for the fear to go away. If you keep playing it safe. If you keep choosing comfort over growth. You stay exactly where you are. 5 years from now, you'll still be thinking about that thing. Still wondering, what if? Still feeling that same longing for something more? Except now you're older, and you've got more excuses. And it feels even harder. You know what's scarier than failure? Regret. Failure is temporary. You try, you fall, you learn, you get back up. That's just part of the game. But regret? Regret is permanent. Regret is looking back at your life and realizing you never even tried, that you let fear make all your decisions, that you played it safe and missed out on everything you actually wanted. There's nothing more painful than wondering who you could have become if you'd just been brave enough to start. I don't want that for you. You don't want that for you. So the question isn't, what if I fail? The question is, what if I don't try? The transformation happens in the action. Here's the secret nobody talks about. You don't become confident and then do the scary thing. You do the scary thing and then become confident. You don't become brave and then take the risk. You take the risk and discover you were brave all along. You don't become the person you're meant to be and then live that life. You start living that life and become that person in the process. Action creates identity, not the other way around. Think about the gym. You don't become fit and then start working out. You start working out and become fit. Same thing with fear. You don't become fearless and then pursue your dreams. You pursue your dreams scared and discover your courage in the doing. Every single person you admire, every successful person, every person living the life you want, they all felt the same fear you feel right now. The only difference? They moved anyway. They started the business while scared. They had the conversation while nervous. They took the stage while trembling. They put their work out there while terrified of judgment. And on the other side of that action, they met a new version of themselves. Someone stronger. Someone braver. Someone who proved they could do hard things. That's who's waiting for you. Asterisk, asterisk. For your fear is really protecting. Let me tell you what fear is actually about. For it's not about the thing you're scared of. It's about who you'll have to become to do it. Because if you start that business, you can't be the person who plays small anymore. If you put yourself out there, you can't hide behind excuses anymore. If you pursue that dream, you can't blame your circumstances anymore. Fear isn't protecting you from failure. Fear is protecting your current identity. Because your brain knows, if you do this thing, you will change. You will grow. You'll become someone new. And change is scary. Even good change. But here's the truth. You're already changing. Time is passing. You're already becoming someone. The only question is, are you becoming the person you want to be, or the person your fear is creating? Every day you choose comfort. You're choosing to stay small. Every day you avoid the scary thing. You're reinforcing the identity of someone who plays it safe. But every day you do something that scares you, you're becoming the person you're meant to be. One decision at a time. One brave action at a time. Asterisk, asterisk. The invitation. So here's what I need you to understand. The person you're meant to become isn't some distant possibility. They're right here, right now. On the other side of the thing you're most afraid to do, that fear you feel, it's not a stop sign. It's a doorway. And the moment you walk through it, everything changes. Not because the fear goes away, but because you realize you're bigger than your fear. You're braver than you thought. You're capable of more than you imagined. The life you want isn't going to fall into your lap. The person you're meant to be isn't going to show up without you doing the work. You have to step into the fear. You have to take the action. You have to do the thing that scares you. And I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's worth it. Because on the other side of that fear is everything you've ever wanted. The confidence, the success, the fulfillment, the pride, the life that feels truly yours. But you have to be willing to be uncomfortable first. You have to be willing to look stupid, to fail, to not know what you're doing. You have to be willing to be a beginner again. Asterisk, asterisk. For call to action. Right now, you know what it is. You know the thing that scares you. The thing you've been avoiding. The thing you keep telling yourself you'll do someday. Maybe at S. Starting that business. Having that difficult conversation. Putting your creative work out there. Asking for what you deserve. Leaving what no longer serves you. Pursuing the dream you've been hiding, whatever it is, you know? And I need you to do something. I need you to take one action today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. One email, one call, one post. One application, one conversation, one step. Just one. Because that's how transformation happens. Not in giant leaps, but in the decision to move despite the fear. The person you're meant to become is waiting. They're on the other side of your fear. And they're so much more incredible than you can imagine right now. But they can't come to you. You have to go to them. So what are you waiting for? Your fear isn't going to disappear. Your circumstances aren't going to magically align. The perfect time isn't coming. All you have is now, this moment. This choice. Choose courage. Choose growth. Choose the life you actually want. Do the thing that scares you. Because the person you're meant to become is worth it. You're worth it. Now go prove it.